you're emotional of what just happened or what's even perceived. And then you get a chance to go back and reflect and watch the game tape. And here's what you saw. A defensive unit that yielded a touchdown in the first series. Then to come back and to go 5 consecutive series of making an opponent punt and give it to an offensive unit that at times put together 5-play, 7-play, 8-play drives, and at times had 3 and out, and way too inconsistent. And the thing that was very relevant was 3rd down. Now, within that, you had 3rd and 15, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 8. All the things we talked about staying away from. And we didn't. We got behind a couple of times, again, on a run-up throw and an open guy, and the ball sails high, a drop pass here, a miscommunication on 3rd and 1. Well, half the line go left, the other half go right. Unfortunate, but fortunate enough that La Tech defense didn't necessarily dictate that. We self-destruct ourselves, and we didn't do the things that we needed to do. So it forces us to go back and really reflect on what we are asking of our team, and is it too much? And so, we'll see. We're taking intense study and evaluating ourselves and what we're asking of our team, and we're looking at personnel from top to bottom to see the players that give us the greatest opportunity to have success. We've been trying to generate those things. We had one in this past game, and it did not work. We'll continue to try to find, and we're open. If you got to play for us, we'll take it. We're open to all suggestions, and certainly we'll do everything in our power to try to find a spark. That's the intent, to generate points and to create offensive big play opportunity. We'll see how practice goes. That position, as well as many others, are under evaluation. And we will use this practice time to see what gives us the best chance to win. And we will act accordingly at any and every position. From the very beginning, we always talked about the depth chart being etched in sand. And the stability of it is based on, the production we're getting out of that group. And so we're looking hard across the board as our team as a whole, special teams as well. Again, passing grades, ironically, when they were matched in a situation against an opponent. Mental errors in places that allowed run through. Now, the backfield only rushed the ball 10 times, although we had some design quarterback runs. Yeah. And so it's hard to really, and they were more zone read, RPO type stuff where they pulled in and were able to get on the perimeter. And so they were limited in those shots. But in those shots, we were decent opposed, except for the ones that we didn't block anybody. And when you didn't block anybody, it was more mental than a guy just beating you. Cordell got out of there a couple of times. Sometimes he may not even have needed to step up or over. So it wasn't even really a rush. I thought we did a decent job with Jalen Ferguson in limiting him to sack opportunities, although he had a couple of rushes and he played decent. I thought our tackles held up for the most part. It wasn't a sack fest, a tackle for yard fest. Every other play getting, and God knows we've had those days. We didn't have those issues, but not enough was done in totality of an offensive unit to generate sustained drives or points. Yeah, I think, you look at the strength of your team, of our team, and you cater to it. I think play design is always personnel driven. Whether it's skilled or up front, you ask the guys to do what they can do opposed to what they can. Yeah. Hopeful for this week. He was nicked the week before and and was eager to play. But we were always going to put our student athletes' health and welfare in consideration first, even before their heart and their ego that says I can. His body in a week of practice did not indicate that he was able to play his best. And here's what I said to him: Greg, if you're not at your best, when you have the ball in your hand, it's a red dot. Guys are trying to hit you with sincere punishment. And so you have to be able to defend yourself on that field and to avoid and get away. And if you can't, then we can't put you out there. If you can't defend yourself at the most. And he wasn't, in my opinion, and our doctor's opinion, more than anything, able to do those things. And of course, I follow the lead of our doctors, our training staff. And so hopefully we'll see how this week goes. We can get him back. It was good to have Marquez back and to see him make some plays. And so to get Quez back would be to get Greg back would be a big deal for us. It impacted us not having Greg. It put more onus on Marquez, on Blaze, and some of those guys. For him to be in and have those guys compliment him certainly is a great add. He's our leading receiver, and we're without him in a game, in a big game, in the situations where we needed him most. But that comes with the job description, and so hopefully, again, we can have him back this week. But certainly, it impacted our game not having our leading receiver with us. He did some good things. That's what you want out of a guy like Blaze, who has that type of ability, whether it was on offense or coverage on punt team as a gunner, to nail a guy inside the 15-yard line, to use his speed, his quickness to be a difference. He continues to improve week by week. I teased him on it because I would give him a hard time, and it wasn't that he was doing things so bad. I just would always like, when are you gonna make a play? Like, did you practice today? And the good thing is I didn't notice him because he wasn't getting beat or wasn't just missing tackles, but I didn't notice him. And so this year, this spring, this fall camp, he made it very clear you're gonna notice him. And he lets me know it every time. You saw that, huh? Hey, coach, you saw that? He points it out to me, which is a good thing. And I embrace it, and I love that he responds to the challenge. And so he's grown up and is playing his best football right now every week. You look at guys like he and Les Morrow and King Newton, there's guys who are making plays after plays, and they're putting together back-to-back weeks of doing so, which is a good thing. Yeah, it's hard. It's not easy because time waits for no man, and people don't have patience. But we're in the nurturing business. This isn't the National Football League, and they're 18 and 19 and 20-year-olds, and it takes time for them to develop, and they have to grow up, and they have to fall to get up, and to put that in its perspective. To love them, to nurture them, to be stern with them, but yet bring them back to you. That's college football. That's what we do. We're not the Dallas Cowboys. They're not pros. They're not full adults. They're trying to figure out, and they make mistakes. And you live with those things, and you grow them up, and you develop them, and you get them better.